Hey everyone, I am Marni Hale, Head of Marketing for LionDesk, and I want to talk with you about a problem that is happening so much out there with sales professionals. Guys, that is that you think you have a lead generation problem. What you really have is a follow-up problem. So I'm going to go through a couple tips here with you today quickly. This is geared towards real estate agents, but honestly, it applies to anybody in a position where they need to nurture clients. So let's get into it. At the end of the day, guys, the biggest problem that we're all having is that we're not following up consistently enough with our database. We are not staying top of mind. And if we are not staying top of mind with our clients and our sphere of influence and our past clients, then guess what? Someone else is. It is an extremely competitive industry out there. And if we are not making sure that we are top of mind when somebody is thinking about moving, buying, selling their home, if we are not top of mind when somebody says, hey, do you know somebody who could help me with my real estate business? Then guys, we are losing business to our competitors. And the solution is easy. And that's what I'm super excited to talk with you about today. So let's start with our mindset, right? We have a mindset that we're constantly in, that we want to grow our business, that we want to be successful. But at the end of the day, life gets in the way and it's busy. And we don't do the things that we know we're supposed to do. That's where technology comes into play. We need technology to help us grow our businesses. And the most successful agents out there have an extensive technology stack that is supporting them to do that. It doesn't have to be super involved. It doesn't have to be expensive. But you do need to pick something, and you do need to stick with it, and you do need to use it. This is why. 90%, you guys, 90% of people would want to work with you again for their business, but only 12% do. 90% of people want to give you their business, but only 12% do. That is because you're not nurturing, you're not following up, you're not staying consistently top of mind with the people in your database. It's incredible. All right, guys, let's look at some facts here. Only a third of all leads are followed up on same day. Speed to lead, right? These days, the consumers demand speed to lead and convenience. Think of Amazon. When we were able to get our packages in 2 days, we were thrilled. Then all of a sudden, same day shipping came. Now, if I have to wait 2 days for a package to come, I'm upset because I want it the same day. A lead comes in, especially something that a lead that you're paying for from an online site, and you are busy doing whatever's going on in your business, hopefully in a face-to-face listing presentation. You don't follow up with them that same day. They go to somebody else. Speed to lead is crucial, and that's exactly what technology helps us do. The second fact here that I want to stress is 25 to 30% people open their emails. Email is still valid. Email is still important. But what's even more important is an integrated communication plan. You need to be emailing, you need to be texting, and you need to be calling your people consistently with valuable information. You can't just put all of your eggs in one basket. All right, we talked about this speed to lead, right? The facts are under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes, you need to be following up with your online leads. Well, if you're generating, 10 leads a day, you're not going to have time for those face-to-face meetings. You need technology to handle that for you. All right, here's the other excuse that I hear all the time. I don't want to bother my clients. I don't want to seem like a pest. They'll contact me when they're ready. False. False. This is just simply not true. It seems like it would be natural, but at the end of the day, we are sales professionals, and we need to consistently be communicating with them so that we're top of mind when it comes to make a decision. Just focus on delivering value. Don't be a pest. Don't talk about sales. Don't talk about you as a real estate agent all the time. Talk about the market. What changed in the industry that they need to know about? Be a valuable knowledge broker to them. What's going on with interest rates? Are they down? You become this knowledge source that they look forward to hearing from. You are not a pest. You are simply there to help them. It can look like this. Hey, it's Marni. I am just checking in to see how you're doing. How are things going? I just wanted you to know the interest rates are down. It's really incredible what's been going on. Hey, I just wanted to check in and let you know that you have 3 homes that came up for sale in your neighborhood, and now the comps have increased. If you were ever thinking of buying or selling, this might be a good time. Just letting you know. You're not a pest. You're just delivering valuable information. Okay, I love this. This is more facts, but really what I want to point out right here is 15 minutes a day. There's a lot of information here about when conversion happens on the 5th and the 12th contact, right? Most of us give up after 2. That's where technology comes in. We know that relationships are built on last touch, and we know that we are all in the relationship business. We talked about speed to lead, but let's talk about 15 minutes a day. Can we dedicate 15 minutes a day to constantly communicating and bringing value to our database? Can we all commit to doing that? I think we can. Setting up your CRM in the beginning takes time, but once it's set up, guys, it just flows automatically. It will follow up as different as you set it up with your database 24 times in 12 months. You don't have time to do that with all the people in your database, but you do have 15 minutes to jump in, see who's engaging with your content, and follow up with them personally. That's all it takes. So let's jump in. I'm super excited to show you. God, this is so cool, you guys. LionDesk has been working on a version 2 of their platform. This is only within a few short years of developing the product. And basically what David Anderson, the founder, has done is he took the feedback from everybody using the system and he came up with something that was even better, easier, faster, more customizable. And you can see this beautiful, clean interface we're looking at here. I just want to jump in quickly and show you a few key things that you should be using and paying attention to in your CRM every day. So right here, we're on the main dashboard, your vitals. That's essentially your at a glance, what's going on in your database, how many new contacts did you bring in, how many emails did you open, how many outbound texts. You can set this up however you want with different vitals that are important to you, favorite properties added, showing requests, created follow-ups. So much customization here directly on your dashboard that you can put in so that you can make intelligent decisions about how your business is doing every day. Remember, we're looking for 15 minutes a day here that we want to do. All right, let's move on. Tasks. Oh my gosh, what would I do without tasks? We all have our Post-it notes and our to-do list that we're looking at each day that, you know, are all over the place. Tasks is where you put all of those reminders. We no longer have to rely on Facebook to remember an important client's birthday or an anniversary. This tells us what we need to remember so that we can come in each day and know exactly what we need to do. It is amazing. Recent events, again, we're still on the dashboard, you guys. Recent events tell me who's opened up my recent email, my text. These are my warm leads who I want to follow up with that same day. What I love so much about a CRM, and once you have it set up properly, is you don't have to think anymore. It tells you exactly what you need to be doing to grow your business. All right, let's jump into a few of the really exciting stuff here, guys. We talked about communication. So within your system, you're going to have templates already set up. Those templates are going to be, thank you for coming to my open house. You're going to have a buyer drip, you're going to have a seller drip. But once you set them up and you put in the fields, it automatically pulls in their information, such as their first name. So it looks like you're sending an email to one person, but you're really sending it to hundreds. This is incredible. So I want to do a follow-up campaign. I click on that follow-up email that I've already created in my system. I choose the list who I want it to go to, and then I just go down and send it immediately, or I can schedule it out. That's it. I mean, that's 2 minutes that it takes to send that, and I am now communicating with my database. When we want to get fancy, I'm not going to set up a whole drip campaign in this video because I want to keep it short. But drip campaigns, you guys, here's what you need to know. All of those online lead sources you have coming from Facebook, directly from Facebook and LionDesk. You don't have to use Zapier. All of your leads coming in from Realtor.com, from Zillow, all those expensive leads you're paying for, you want to set them up on a drip campaign So they're constantly getting communication from you immediately. So that could be a, hi, thank you for your interest. Thank you for coming from X source. This is who I am. Let me set you up on a list of listings that are coming in. And now that is just consistently going through the drip of emails that you've set up, emails and text messages. Remember, we need that integrated plan. LionDesk has a lot of drip campaigns that are included in your system right when you start, but we also have an option where people share their campaigns they've already created with everybody. It's amazing. You find so much value in that. And then there's a lot of outside trainers that you can go to who will write specific ones for you. So there's a lot of options when it comes to drip campaigns. If there's one thing you use, it should be a drip campaign in your CRM. That alone will pay for the cost of your subscription, which for LionDesk isn't much. It's the lowest in the industry. All right, guys, let's talk about videos. Oh my gosh, it's 2019, almost 2020. Video, video, video. This is where you see the highest conversion, the highest engagement rate for sending out communication. It's so simple. You can either upload a video or you can record directly in LionDesk. Hey, thanks so much for coming to my open house. I just sent you an email, check it out. Hey, this is what's going on in the market this week. Maybe you do a 3-minute update and that becomes your thing. And every week you send out a 3-minute update of what's going on in that neighborhood, in your area. It is so easy. And the engagement that you get from sending a video versus an email, that face-to-face, human-to-human, that's where we're at right now. That's what people want to see. They want to connect with you. What's awesome about LionDesk and video is that you can send the video directly in your text or your email. It's not a link to YouTube. It's your video right in the text so they can view it right there. You keep it short. You direct them to another place so they keep engaging with you. It is extremely powerful. Visual Market Insights. This is amazing for MLS partners who have access to that. That is essentially where you could search and share MLS listings directly within LionDesk. LionDesk was created so that you have one login, one dashboard. You don't have to log into 12 different systems. You don't have to pay for 12 different systems. It is extremely intuitive and helpful, and it's getting better every week. Look at this, you guys. I'm still in LionDesk, and I have access to all of this information. All right, I'm not logged into that right now, so let me hop over to transaction management. Yes, great. Transaction management. If you are a lender, this is going to be the system for you. This is where you can run all of your different pipelines and see exactly what's going on, what you need to be following up on, who you need to be communicating with, and when are those deadlines. Fantastic advanced transaction management system that's just been added to LionDesk in this version 2. Highly recommend that you check that out. So guys, this is just a quick overview of how you can solve the problem of not having a lead generation problem, but having a lead nurture problem. How we can stay top of mind with our database. How we can ensure that nobody else is being more remembered with our clients, our sphere, our past clients than us. We did all of that work to get them into our database. Let's keep them there. Let's build those meaningful relationships, and let's close more deals faster. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day. If you ever have questions, we have an amazing, amazing sales and support team who are excited to help you out. Of course, I love the marketing department to keep you up to date on what's going on and keep communicating with you. We have a great Facebook group we'd love you to be a part of, so check that out. And I hope you're having a great day. Wishing you success. Bye-bye.